Gas gangrene. It is caused by destruction of there is fermentation of carbohydrate in the muscle, causing release of gas, which causes further distension of the muscles and tissues, causing interference with the blood supply. Further, there is production of necrotizing toxin hyaluronidase, which favors the spread of infection. Tissue necrosis extends. There is increased bacterial growth, causing hemolytic anemia, severe toxemia, death. Incubation period is around 1 to 7 days. Symptom: there is crepitations in the because of formation of gas in the muscle. Surgical emphysema, we also used to see this crepitation in the subcutaneous tissues. Like that only will see crepitation in the subcutaneous tissue and muscle. Foul smelling discharge because of the carbohydrate fermentation. Rapidly progressing necrosis. Fever, hemolysis, toxemia, means all the signs of toxemia we will see. Ultimately, it's involved the multi-organ dysfunction causing death and renal failure and death. Okay, it is this gas gangrene can be also from other species. We have already learned in the previous slide. It is caused by another species of Clostridium also. Okay, the mechanism of Clostridium infection: when Clostridium infections have been initiated in the focus revitalized anaerobic tissues, the organism multiply and they produce a wide range of toxins and aggressants. This will damage tissue by various necrotizing effects, and some have demonstrable lethal effects. They spread into the adjacent viable tissues, particularly into the muscle. They kill and render it anaerobic and vulnerable to further colonization with the production of more toxin aggressants. Means basically what happens, there is production of toxins, aggressants, and it will cause necrotizing, and it will go on spreading and causes involvement of other muscles also, and other toxins and aggressants produced. This hyaluronidase produced by C. perfringens breaks down the intracellular cement substance and promote the spread of infection. How this spreads? By the production of this infection spreads to the adjacent muscles by production of hyaluronidase. Okay, this will break the membrane, and this collagenase and other proteinase break down the tissues and virtually liquefies the muscles. The whole of the muscle group or segment of the limb may be affected. Alpha toxins, alpha phospholipase C lisathinase is generally considered to be the main cause of toxemia associated with gas gangrene. These we have already learned in the previous slides. The main toxin that is responsible is phospholipase C and lisathinase. Although other Clostridium species can also produce the similar manifestation. Now, it can also cause food poisoning for fringes. The enterotoxin, we have learned that the enterotoxin causes food poisoning, causes hypersecretion in the jejunum and ileum. And enterotoxin are lead labile produced by some strains of fringes type A. When more than 10 to the power of 8 cells in the contaminated meat are ingested and sporulate in the small intestine, enterotoxin is formed. It disrupts iron transport in the enterocytes and induces antibodies in the adults. Symptoms are diarrhea, usually without vomiting or fever, necrotizing enteritis, a fatal disease in children in New Guinea caused by type C perfringens. Clostridium bacterium usually occurs in patients with tumors also. Now, what are the laboratory diagnosis? Histological specimen wound exudates. Histological specimen transferred aseptically into the sterile screw-capped bottle and used immediately for microscopical examination and culture. Specimens of exudate should be taken from the deeper tissue of the wound where the infection seems to be most pronounced. Now we will do gram staining. We will see gram-positive bacilli, non-motile, capsulated and sporulated. The shape we have already learned in the slides. Shape is oval, or shape of the terminal, depending upon the position of the spore, the organism will appear in like that only where the spore is there. And culture में anaerobic culture at 37 degrees centigrade on Robertson cooked medium. Okay, blood lagar. In Robertson cooked medium, blackening of the meat will observed with the production of hydrogen sulfide and ammonia. Okay, it will cause black spots in the Robertson cooked medium. In the blood agar, it will cause beta hemolytic colonies. Now, laboratory diagnosis specimen can be passed necrotic tissues, fecal matter or food matter. They will form gram-positive rods with or without spores, usually in the absence of leukocytes. And storming fermentation, there is identification of storming fermentation, clot torn by gas in 24 hours. Lysothenious stage precipitate formed around the colonies on egg yolk medium. Okay. Nicholas reaction test is done to detect the Lysothenious activity. This is inoculated into the medium containing human serum or egg yolk, and the plate is incubated anaerobically at 37 degrees centigrade. ये microbiology में we have learned, 24 hours के लिए. The colonies of Perfringes are surrounded by zones of turbidity due to Lysothenious activity, and the effect is specifically inhibited if Clostridium perfringens serum containing alpha antitoxin is present on the medium. This is how this Lysothenious activity is seen in Naegler's reaction. Now, what are the other tests what are the characteristic features? Litmus milk, it ferments many carbohydrates with acid and gas. It acidified litmus milk and with stormy clot production. Naegler's reaction is positive. Treatment. This was the test. This was the what are the cultures and what are the where test we can use. The treatment is for suppurative myositis and myconecrosis. Prompt and exemptive, but the good development should be done. We will give penicillin administration and hyperbaric oxygen so that to detoxify the patient immediately. And the food poisoning, the Clostridium perfringens food poisoning requires only symptomatic care. Basically prevention and control is done. Treatment and prevention, we have learned we should immediately clean the dirty wounds, deep wounds, decubitus ulcers, compound fractures, infected incisions. Debridement of the tissues should be done. The drug of choice should be cephalosporin or penicillin. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and no vaccines are available. Basically means antibiotics, wound care, hyperbaric oxygen, and antibiotic in the like cephalosporin or penicillin. Antibiotic therapy is started immediately in very high doses. This must be taken on the likely coexistence of coliform organism, and accordingly penicillin, metronidazole, and aminoglycoside may be used. Alternatively, clindamycin plus aminoglycoside or a broad spectrum antibiotic such as meropenem or imipenem can be used. Much intensive supportive therapy is needed. Now surgical attention is given if there is large of necrosis, devitalized tissues are there, should be removed, and facial compartment are incised to release the tension. Any foreign body if they present should be removed, and wound is not sutured but is left open after thorough cleaning and loosely packed. Now food poisoning strain may few strains of Clostridium perfringens can cause food poisoning. The carrier rates for typical food poisoning strains of Clostridium perfringens range from 2% to more than 30% different surveys around. This bacteria also occur in animals. Thus, meat is often contaminated with heat-resistant spores. When meat is cooked in bulk, heat penetration and subsequent cooling is slow unless specific cooling precautions are taken. Now, during the cooling period, surviving spores may germinate and multiply in the anaerobic environment produced by the cooked meat. Okay. Now, enteritis necroticans, subgroup of Clostridium perfringens type C that produces heat-resistant spores is the cause of disease. It affects the New Guinea natives of where they have pork feast. The method of cooking the pork allows the Clostridium to survive. Okay, when the contaminated food is eaten along with the sweet potato vegetable that contains a proteinase inhibitor toxin, beta toxin is able to act on the small intestine to produce a necrotizing enteritis. A successful vaccination program has reduced the incidence of pig bill dramatically. This enteritis necroticans is also known as pig bill, but a successful vaccination program is there which has reduced the incidence. Now, diagnosis of food poisoning is done upon the isolation of the similar stains from the fecal of the patients or from other risks who have eaten the food. Now, number usually exceeding 106 organisms per gram of fecal matter is considered for diagnosis. And so, for prevention of this food poisoning caused by Clostridium difficile perfringens, we should take care of the food. Okay, because the most common cause of food poisoning is this Clostridium perfringens. Okay, thank you.